Hello, Jack. How are you?
How are you? Good. Fine. Thank you.
So, Jack, you're leading the #1 internet company in China, right? Alibaba?
We are one of the leading e-commerce company in China, but on the global internet, we're still a very small company.
Very small? How small are you? How many employees do you have?
Well, we got 5,000 employees.
5,000.
Right, yeah, and we've got 5 companies in China focus on payment, C2C and B2B, and portal sites and search engine.
And so what's the fastest growing part of the business?
Our C2C auction side is growing very fast, more than 70% market share, and our B2B is also growing pretty fast, and 80% market share in China, and our payment is also growing very fast. But we just got Yahoo China, so
you acquired it.
We acquired Yahoo China.
So in Europe we get acquired by American companies. In China you acquire them.
Well, yeah, we're just learning how to acquire, but we really, it's a lot of job to acquire a company, and to fix it takes more time.
And so do you think the Americans and other countries have troubles getting in China? You need to be Chinese in another market to succeed there?
I think it's not American companies in China. Most of the multinational companies, when they go to the other countries, they all have problems in facing the local market and meet the custom needs. And I think it's always a challenge. In the future, when Alibaba go global, we will face the same challenge. So,
is there any U.S. company that succeeded there in the internet business? Because I hear eBay is not succeeding either. How about Amazon and all the American companies?
Well, so far not. We don't see any very successful U.S. internet companies in China. eBay is leaving China. Actually, I think they give up the China market. And Google is still working, and Amazon is not that big in China yet. But they are all great companies, so it takes time for them to learn. I bet in the next 5-10 years they'll be back again.
well, you'll be bigger. What's your agenda in Davos, Jack?
Well, I come here just to listening and learning and studying and also meeting friends. I got 2 panels tomorrow. One panel tomorrow, the other panel the day after tomorrow.
What are the topics?
My topic is who shaped the agenda tomorrow, 8:30. So it's about I'm very happy to with some great leaders in the world on the same panel, like Murdoch, like Brown of the UK, and the chairman of the Goldman Sachs. So
what do you think China will lead?
Pardon?
What do you think China will lead?
Well, China is changing, is developing very quickly. I think that in the next 5-10 years, China will take more important roles in the world economy.
So how do you see in globalization, especially in Europe, we are terrified by the growth of China and the fact that jobs disappear there. How do you see that? Do you see the world is just getting flat and China is getting, is it eating the plate of Western Europe, or is it just, how do you see it compared to Europe, for example?
Well, I think Europe is well developed and advanced, and I personally have a great confidence in European development. And China is only a prime stage; it's just a start to develop. I always believe if China can solve its problems on economic growth and politics and all the things, China will do more contributions to the world. I don't see that China is going to eat up the Europe. China and Europe should probably have a good partnership.
How about environment? It's also quoted quite often that China doesn't pay too much attention with all the factories being created every day, right?
Yeah, that's why we as entrepreneurs we are trying to promote and try to let people know about that. China, in the past 20 years, is a reforming, developing time. So many problems will appear. And it's just like maybe 60 or 80 years ago Europe, maybe like 40 years ago Japan. But luckily the whole world is paying attention to the pollution and pay attention to global warming. So I think China will catch up pretty soon.
How do you see the censorship back to the internet issue? The fact that if you are a foreign company, you need to have 50% ownership by a Chinese company or person, right? And also the fact that it's still a lot of filtering on the internet, on Wikipedia and on Google.
Yeah, maybe to the Western ideas, that's a big problem. But to Chinese people, we don't think it's a big problem because we get used to that, and then we think it's much better than before. So
why don't you see it as a problem? You think it's right that people are not able to see everything or read everything?
I think so, because we are a country of more than 5,000 years history, and the people, it's sort of under the history. 5,000 years is such a thick history, and we get used to sort of controlled and this kind of way. If you suddenly open the platform like a free democracy, like a Western style way, I think it will be a big problem in China. So it sounds ridiculous to most of the Western people. Western people go, well, this is the way, it's right, so you should take the same way. We got to care. As I always talk to a lot of Western kids and people, when they were born, they know what's the freedom, how to protect freedom, democracy, and how to enjoy it. But when we will never know about that. So you suddenly let everybody has the freedom of doing this and democracy and everything. It's going to be disastrous. 1.3 billion people. A lot of people even don't have any culture, don't have any education. So I personally believe we got to do things step by step. And you see the progress. I think we should always see the progress China is making. And it should go its own way. It is on the way.
So if I am a blogger in China, for example, can I blog about everything about the government?
Well, why you want to blog about the government and make people... Because internet can do so many good things to China, to the world. And you can do them things about why you want. I mean, make the government unhappy. If you cannot make them happy, just don't make them unhappy. Because I think internet is helping China, can help China, can improve the government, the transparency, but just don't do too much.
I see. And entrepreneurship, do you see many young entrepreneurs creating companies there, Jack?
Oh yeah. I'm very excited about that. That's the good thing about it. I'm very...
You invest in them?
Yeah, I did.
As a business angel?
Yep. Yeah, I think that's why I'm very confident in China to develop them, because the young people are getting more and more entrepreneurship. They want to do, they want to create, they want to change. But nothing could be changed within one night.
Is there something we should learn about the growth in China and the number of entrepreneurship and the overall economic activity there?
We've been silent for such a long time. So in the past 20 years, it just light up the spirit of the entrepreneurship, of the innovation of China. So I think when I come to Europe, when I go to Japan, when I come to America, I find that there are so many things, which, innovative things. But people in Europe probably don't see it. But when you come to China, you say, oh my God, how can things like that? Well, we never feel that.
Last question, Jack. What's next? Are you going to go global now that you acquired Yahoo China and you're so big in China? You've already acquired companies abroad?
No, not yet. We are thinking about that, and we will go global in the next 5 years.
So starting by which country? US?
US, and Europe, and Japan are always the three places that we will go.
Good luck, Jack. Thanks so much.
Thank you.